exciting journey here with iTHRIVE Network. And I'm so excited because I know the lives that are about to be changed on a global scale. So I'm just honored and privileged to be a part of this journey, to be a part of this movement. And I'm also honored to bring our speaker tonight. This gentleman is someone that I've had the privilege to know for many years and just seen the amazing things that he and his wife have been able to accomplish. And I'm talking about none other than Mr. Pacheco, our president and CEO of iTHRIVE Network. Just a man of integrity, leadership, visionary capability, which I love. He really understands where things are going in the entrepreneur space and from a business and digital standpoint. And so just excited to see what's going to happen here. Mr. Pacheco, are you there?
Yes, thank you so much, Bishop, for that introduction. Appreciate you very, very much. I know that your excitement is contagious, just hearing it in your voice, and also because I know some of the things that you're working on and been busy all day masterminding at corporate today. So I know that you're super excited about a lot of things. So thank you so much for that introduction, and I'll go ahead and I believe that you could probably mute the mic. Okay, I guess you're already muted. Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for that introduction. And folks, thank you for being on here. We do have some really awesome announcements. I want to do a quick recap. We're going to do a short update webinar today. I don't think we're going to go past 30 minutes, but I do want to recap a little bit of what we talked about last week and add and build on top of that. So for those of you that missed last week's webinar, we are running what's called the 30/30 promo. This is going to be a promotion that's going to be run through the Leaders Launch period between 2018 and 2019, leading up to our official launch in February of next year. So I know that the word got out pretty quick. We've had some comments on this because it really hasn't. I mean, this is just really impressive. What you need to do in terms of volume, the requirements are so low, and what we've been doing, and prepping for this period of time, where people are still going to be acquiring and getting their PV from the old company into the new company, and all those things, all the way up to the end of August. All of those things are still set in place, so people could benefit from that. But at the same time, everybody that gets started to now on the 15th, when the open cart is available on the 15th of this month, well, you guys get an extra 2-week period to be able to go out there and really qualify to be in Maui next year at our retreat. So this is going to be fantastic. I know there were some comments from the international folks that they were just so excited about having the opportunity to get to Hawaii. Everybody's going to be able to qualify for this as long as within the first 30 days from sign up, they can qualify. Now, qualify means you're going. Qualify doesn't mean you're going to qualify and are eligible to go and pay your own way and pay your own hotel. No. What this means is that once you qualify, after your first 30 days of getting started with iTHRIVE as a new rep, as a new person that's on board, if you hit executive consultant, which is 30,000 in enrollment team volume. Now, I'm gonna kind of show you what that means numerically in a few slides into our update webinar here today. But 30,000 in enrollment tree volume with a 40% rule means that you have to have at least 3 legs of sponsorship in order to hit that ETV. Now, if you do that within the first 30 days, when I say qualify, or when the slide says qualify, that means that you're going. That means iTHRIVE is going to pick up your flight, it's going to pick up your hotel stay, and you're going to be able to be in Maui at this retreat, this mastermind leadership retreat and training. So we're going to have fun, but at the same time, you're going to be learning. You're going to be able to get together with some of the top people in the company that at this point, we don't know exactly who that's going to be. Now, we have the usual suspects, and that's great. However, I can tell you this. There are 700 new registrations in this period of time, in this Leaders Launch, up to the minute, which means that we haven't even started. We haven't even started promoting. We started having, the income stories aren't even here yet. The cart isn't even open. And yet we already attracted 700 people without even trying. Now, folks, that is very important for you to understand, because usually if you're between the first couple of thousand people in a company, you are positioned in a very advantageous positioning. And so those are the things that are happening right now. So we're super excited. We're up to 700 people so far. So the launch timeline we covered last week, so I'm going to cover this really, really quickly. The pre-launch begins, which was last week on August 1st, and then the pre-launch begins September 1st, and then new promotions are going to be given as we move into the official launch over in February 1st. So that's the global official launch of iTHRIVE will be on February 1st. So at this Maui event, the top income earners will be celebrated. As I mentioned before last week, the number one giveaway for the top income earner will be an automobile. The rest of the information will be given as we progress through this leaders launch, and also through the pre-launch period that's going to be starting in November 1st, and also new promotions that will come into play as we go into the pre-launch phase. So what I want to do right now is I want to switch gears just a little bit, folks, and I want to talk about one of our products. And this is such an important product. And I know that when we're doing the presentation, Mr. Mario Delgadillo does a phenomenal job talking about the products and the presentation. So this isn't a presentation per se. But I know that sometimes when we're in the middle of a presentation, we don't go through all of the things that are on the slide. And I think that as I was searching for the update on what to present to you in terms of what can actually help you through this period of time of these the leader launch, and to qualify for Maui, and how we can make that all work for you. So I wanted to kind of take a look at these numbers a little bit. And sometimes people think, they get overwhelmed with the numbers. So I'm going to be brief, but I do want some of these numbers to sink in. For example, on this particular slide, the first point here, which is Facebook has 2 billion monthly active users. I want you to kind of register that in the back of your mind, because we're going to come back to that number in just a second. Now, the average time spent on Facebook per visit is 20 minutes, making the average monthly time spent 600 hours. On average, people access Facebook about 8 times each day. Facebook acquires about 8 users per second. That's 7,246 people every 15 minutes. Let that sink in. Every 15 minutes, a new group of 7,246 people are added on to the Facebook platform. Now, 75% of all men and 83% of all women who use the internet can be reached via Facebook. That's a staggering amount, folks. I mean, when you think about just 2 billion people are monthly active users, the world population is about 8 billion people. So that gives you, an idea of how many people can be reached through Facebook. Every 60 seconds, 3 million items are shared, 243,000 images are uploaded, and 3,125,000 likes are generated. If you look over on the left side, Facebook has earned $9.16 billion in advertising revenue. So, folks, when you say the power of Facebook, that's not that's not something that you should take lightly. It is something that you should absolutely have in your arsenal if you're an entrepreneur of any kind, of any reach, of any level of access or reach, or however you want to measure your entrepreneurship endeavors. It doesn't matter whether you are a author. It doesn't matter whether you are an insurance agent, real estate agent. You could be a mom and pop shop. You could be selling stuff online. Whatever it is, you could be a network marketer. It doesn't matter. Not to master the power of Facebook, or not to harness the power of Facebook, I think would be more adequately stated, is just not taking advantage of everything that's at your fingertips to maximize your earning potential in whatever it is that you're doing in business. So that being said, let's take a look at a little bit more in detail, kind of a slowed down analysis of why this is so important. If you look over at the left-hand side of your screen, 50% of buyers say Facebook informs their purchase decisions. 20% of shoppers said that they would make a purchase through Facebook. Now, this is huge right here. Facebook sent a massive 60% of all e-commerce referrals for last year. If you look at the bottom there, 47% of marketers have said that Facebook was their top influence for purchases. That's 47%. Almost half of all marketers are saying, hey, this is what makes people buy. Endless lead conversions. If you look at those statistics, 66% of users log on to learn about new products and services. So of those 2 billion people, remember that number, 2 billion, 66% of users log on to learn about new products and services. So that's over 1 billion people that are out there trying to get information on what products to buy. 39% of Facebook users like or follow a page to receive a special offer. And this is the one I want you to look at very closely. Of businesses that market on Facebook, remember that number, 2 billion that we had from the previous slide. If you do the math, okay, 5 million businesses are using Facebook. So these are 5 million different users within a user community worldwide of 2 billion users. That comes out to about 0.0025% are actually advertising to attract new business through this platform. So my question is, could you find a few people when 7,000 new people come on board every 15 minutes and there's already 2 billion and we're over 1 billion people are already actively looking for deals. They're actively looking for things to purchase or be marketed to within this Facebook community. So those are the things that you have to really understand, that when you're having that dialogue with people about how they can get started in their own business. Now remember, 77% of millennials right now say that they would rather start their own business than go and work for somebody else. And I believe it's like 66 or 67% of Americans as a whole would rather be entrepreneurs if they only knew how to do it, if the risk could be taken away, and if they had a proven method of success. Now, that's why a lot of people will go out and pick a franchise that's already proven. But folks, if I take you right now if I stopped the webinar right now, went online and just took you to Franchise Direct. We don't have to do it right now. It's kind of a fun exercise to do it, though. Maybe some other webinar will do it. But just go to franchisedirect.com and look at all of the categories of all of the different types of businesses or the different type of franchises that you could pick from. And then look at what the startup capital or what the minimum capital that you need to have on hand is to start some of these franchises. Some of them are really good. Some of them are just some horrific ideas, but people want to jump into them. But still, there is nothing out there that remotely resembles, even within the training, even within the coaching, even within the advertising and marketing franchises that are out there currently being sold by territory. Could you find an opportunity that would allow you to be in business tomorrow? Well, on the 15th, I'm sorry, not tomorrow, but on the 15th, when we open up the cart that would allow you to start a global business for $100. Now, this is important because I'm going to walk you through what this means and what it can mean to you monetarily, not from just let's talk about it and it's just words, but actually mathematically based on all the information that we just looked at. So once you have this Facebook Master Course, right, it's going to give you the intro to Facebook marketing, setting up your Facebook business account, how to set up your pixels, why it's important, what it does for you. Intro to Facebook Marketing 101, advanced Facebook strategies, including learning how to set up your lookalike audience and custom audience, how to create ads on canvas.com, how to set up your ads in your ads manager. all of those things, and you get that for $100. Not only do you have the opportunity to now sell anything that you want to sell, not just, and I'm not going to go through the old paradigm, the new paradigm, but I know that you heard it on Monday. That is absolutely true, folks. We're going to teach you to be able to market whatever it is that you want to sell and make a profit. But if you choose to sell and market the products that we have here, you stand to make a ton of money. Now, that's not in theory, folks. Remember, we just came from a company where we paid out millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in commissions, which we're still paying out commissions. And now we're in a new phase of entrepreneurship and wealth mastery that we're going to go around the world. And what starts right here with Facebook to teach you how to market, to put you in control, to allow you to master this part of it so that you never have to worry about how you're going to be able to come to actually bring business in. So let's take a look at an example right here. Now, before I go through this example, because I know that we have people at different levels in the company, I want to start by saying that this is an exaggeration of what it would cost on Facebook to advertise. Okay, so the first part of it is your worst case scenario, because when I was putting this together, it just so happened that I was sitting next to our COO, Carla Pacheco, who is an amazing at marketing, amazing at advertising, amazing at branding. And she knows Facebook like the back of her hand. And I could go through, you guys have heard me share stories about Facebook and what it's done to our business from being a rep and building on our business in the past. And I've shared those stories, so I'm not going to do it here today. But I was putting this example together for tonight's webinar. And she says, wait a second, that's not what it would cost somebody. And I go, I know. No, but that's not what it would cost somebody. And I go, I know. This is just an over-exaggeration, inflated based on the worst case scenario, cost per impression, cost per clicks that Facebook advertises in the final quarter of 2017. So we don't have those numbers right now for 2018, so I'm going off of the numbers of last year, which is fourth quarter. They were saying that the average cost per impression was, for 1,000 people was $7.20. So that means that for $7.20, there's going to be 1,000 people that could see an ad that you created, right, through Facebook. So off of those 1,000 people, so let's read this together. So let's say 1,000 people look at your ad, and let's say that only 1% of the people click on your ad. Okay, it's only 1% actually clicked. That would mean 10 people clicked your ad. And you got hit with the average cost per click, which is $27.40, which I'm telling you is a staggering amount for Facebook. If you're paying that much, you're probably not optimizing what you need to be doing, and you really need to take the course and really understand how to do all these things. That would mean you would have to pay $27.40 times 10, which is $274. Plus the $720 for the impressions, right? So now, let's talk about the conversion. Let's say you are really bad. Let's say your funnels are horrific and you haven't set them all up, and you're actually just sending them to a page where they're calling you and you're calling them back, and now you're having dialogues with these people and just fumble through the information, and you're just doing what the law of average, LOA, that you see right there where it says LOA, that stands for law of average. I didn't make this number up. These are the same numbers that have worked in anything, which dictates that if you could be the worst possible promoter of whatever it is that you're promoting, but the law of average dictates that 1 in 10 is going to say yes. Okay, so you go through 90 no's and the last 10 people might say yes. But that is what the law of average means, 1 out of 10, and that's consistent across the board. So supposing that 1 out of 10 says yes, based on this, and let's just say we're just playing numerically at this marketing strategy here. Now you're looking at, from a leaders launch perspective, the promotional packages that are being offered right now at the top tier offer $1,000 in commission, right? So you can earn $1,000. So if 1 out of those 10 clicks actually converted into a sale that put $1,000 in your pocket, The question is, would you pay $281 to make $1,000? Does that sound like a good idea? So here, when you look at this, $1,000 minus $1,000 is a commission you earn, not what you paid for the advertising, right? The ad cost exaggeratedly high is $281.20 in this equation. And I'm telling you, I have to really say that over and over again, so you don't think that that's what you would be paying. It wouldn't. It would be a lot less. However, if it was worst case scenario and you paid out $281 to make one sale, you're still in a profit scenario of $700.18. Excuse me, $718.80. Now, does that sound like a good idea? Now, I'm not going to mute everybody, so I just need to see some responses here in the chat. I just want to make sure that everybody understands what I'm talking about here. Okay, so this, folks, this is what advertising does. This is what marketing does. Now, I can take you guys, because I'm not going to do it today. I'm absolutely not going to do it today. But I was so excited because I started doing keyword planners on Google, keyword planners on Bing, and if I show you those numbers, I mean, they're just astronomical. What you can do once you have your message dialed in, once you're all set up, once you understand what you're doing, and really take this seriously. This is the stuff that has never been taught in the last 50, 60 years of our industry. And that's why I believe that we have such a high failure rate, because if all we have is our list of friends and family, which with some people, that could be tremendous. That's all they ever have to do, because they happen to have a very high tier, high shelf circle of influence, and they could just go around the world just with those people. But if you don't, or if you've already gone through that friends and family list over and over and over again through your network marketing career, then at some point you're going to want to find a way to attract new people to what it is that you are offering. And this is why when I make the statement, and I've said it a few times, that it doesn't matter. We could start from zero today and we could build out an entire brand new organization. It's because of these types of skills. Now, this isn't all of it. And as we continue with iThrive, you're going to get exposed to the other side of it, because one of them is mastering the messaging and getting all these clicks and getting all this response, right? And minimizing the cost and all of those types of things. But then your message and the delivery and all of those things have to also coincide, so that you could just basically build an organization at will. And that's where we want everybody. That's where we would love everybody to thrive in, is to be able to build organizations at will. So the reason I included this bottom snapshot, if you look at the right side of this screenshot here, this was taken today, okay? Now, I wish I could tell you that I that did this brilliant cost per result, but it wasn't me. It was our COO. And basically what you're looking at here is a budget of $20. And the impressions so far, 227. The page likes here is 53. So out of the $20 for $1.33, 53 people, 53 new people that we had never met, never had any contact with, 53 new people, and it cost us $1.33 to bring them into our circle of influence. Now, if you were to be able to learn how to do these type of advertising hacks, if you will, would that empower you? Would there be value? Because now you got to think about it in a different way. If we pull in 53 new people, and I want to make sure that you understand, we're not selling anything, that has to do with iThrive or the products or anything like that. We're not, building an organization here at iThrive at all. So, but Question is, the same thing could be applied to it, right? And my question is that for $1.33 that's actually been spent, 53 new people come into your circle of influence, and only one person decided, right? Which would be, 1 out of 10 would be 5 people that would actually purchase something. But if only one did, right, and you made $1,000 and it cost you $1.33 to do it, would that be something worthwhile to learn and share and to bless other people with? Now that's from today. That's a campaign that started today, and today already has those types of results. Does that make sense? Would that help you in your business, regardless of what that business is? Well, hopefully you could see the power in that. And this is real, and that's why we included that snapshot there, because we wanted to make sure that you understood that this was from today, not from some other campaign, who knows when. This is actually from today. Okay, so let's continue on here. The reason I put these slides in here, we already know. I'm not going to cover all of this right now, but I am going to cover that the top tier products here have $1,000 in direct sale bonus. So this is key, folks, because when I've done this before as a representative, I always see what the direct sale bonus is going to generate, because that's typically what's going to cover my advertising costs. As I showed you right now, the numbers jive. At the worst case scenario of what cost per impression or cost per click would be through Facebook, with our direct sale bonus, with some of the things that we have that are so in tune with the times that we're living in, right? Because if you go look and compare what it costs for you to start an e-commerce mastery program at $3,500, owning your Shopify store, learning how to do drop shipping and everything that's included here, including how to do Facebook advertising and all of those things to drive traffic, to make sales, and all of those things, right? For $3,500 compared to what's out there in the franchise world right now that somebody would have to put out of their pocket as a minimum, which in most cases is going to be 6 figures or above. Not to mention that if in some of these franchises, for example, I have a buddy of mine that started a franchise, hasn't sold anything yet, and has been in the process of getting permits and getting the city to do this and to build out this and to do that, and all of that has taken time, energy, and focus. That's been the better part of a year, and still hasn't had one sale. Now, I think it'll be a very successful franchise once it's already up and running, but not everybody has the luxury to do that. In fact, folks, I'm going to provide a link where you could actually go and look, and it's very sobering when you start looking at these industries. And then when you pick one and you pick your territory of where you want to do, the first thing that pops up is the questions. Okay, how much money do you have? And they have you select all these options. Do you have less than 49,000? Do you have less than 49,000 to 100,000? The least amount is 49,000. That's what they want to know, where you're at, so they know what to pitch you. It's just very, very sobering in terms of what you can do. Where here for $100, right? Think about it this way: for $100, you could get in our genealogy. You could be a part of the team and make one sale of $3,500 for e-commerce mastery, and guess what? You're already in a profit scenario. But it doesn't matter, right? Other companies will tell you, well, if you're going to sell the $3,500 package, you have to own the $3,500 package. That's not how we do things here at iTHRIVE. If you're in the $100 package and you're learning how to advertise, you're learning all these skills, and you start using them, and then somebody buys one of the higher tier products that we have, you get full commission. There's no difference. And that's why this is so powerful. So, lastly, I told you guys we're gonna finish in about 30 minutes. I know we're right at that mark right now, and we're almost done. But I do want to show you, as a point of comparison, this is the slide that you've been seeing on Mondays for the Signals Trader, right? The buy and sell levels, takes the guesswork out, very accurate, works on multiple exchanges, signals are exclusive by exchange, eliminates a huge learning curve. All of that is still there. Now, here's what I want to point out about this. The signals have been very, very accurate, but the signals that we're talking about with this particular e-trader has been on a desktop or a laptop, where you have to be in front of your computer to take the signals, and it's a manual process. You actually have to type in the pricing, that you would want, to get into the trade at, the suggested price and the exit price. All of those things have been manual. Excuse me. So as a point of comparison, I put the slide in here because this is going to be the new standard for this product. It's the new Signals Trader. The courses, 10 technical analysis training videos. For now, I'm calling it the Click Trader. That's not what the name is going to be, but for now, I'm calling it the Click Trader. And the reason why is this is a mobile program. So you're going to be able to take these signals from your phone, and when the trade alert comes into your phone, it's not through an app right now. It will be ultimately through an app. However, the first version of this product is going to be a mobile-friendly website. So the website is going to be mobile-friendly. You're going to be able to see it on your phone. It's going to trigger the alert on your phone, and it's going to give you option to take the trade or not take the trade at a click of a button. Now, if you click yes to that particular trade, it's going to take you and do the trade automatically. It's going to do the copy paste feature for you, and it's just going to take the trade. Okay, so that's really, really powerful. You don't have to be in front of a computer. You can be if you wanted to, but you don't have to be. You could actually take these trades through your mobile device, through your phone. So that's pretty powerful. It's also going to have Signal AI statistics, success rates, and average profit per the trade. So it's going to be tracking the currency pairs, and it's going to track which ones have been the most profitable, so that you have intel, if you will, on whether or not you want to take that trade or not take that trade at that particular time. Now, what's built into the system, which is super, super exciting, and it's really differentiates us from everything that's out there right now, is that this is going to take the risk right out. It's going to have the simulation trading portion of it. In other words, you can take the trades in demo mode, if you will, and you can see the results, you can see what happens without actually risking live money. Let me say that again, without actually risking live money. Do you guys like that? Not like that? Do you guys understand what I just said? This is kind of huge, guys. It's not out there. It doesn't exist. Okay, so we got Carlos Alvarez excited. that folks, that is not a small thing. That is a big thing, and here's why. My trading preference is futures. That's where I like to trade, and I got to tell you that being able to learn in a demo mode, in a demo environment, not only teaches you how it all works, teaches you, it's kind of like you have to learn the navigation controls of an Xbox or a Wii game console or a PlayStation, right? They're all different, and each trading chart or each trading environment is going to be different. All the different exchanges, Bittrex, Poloniex, HitBTC, they're very, very similar, but each one is just a little bit different. They have the same flavor, but they're different, and so you got to get familiar with those things. And so what's really cool is that this particular product is going to have the demo feature built into it, so that once you purchase the product, if you're not ready to go live yet, you don't have to. You could start in demo mode and be able to use it, and until you feel comfortable with the controls, comfortable with how it works, and then you could start trading live, which is really, really cool. Now, the next thing is going to be, you're going to be able to view a community of traders. So there's going to be people that are going to pour themselves into the 10 technical analysis training videos, because there's powerful information there that people are going to want to do it manually, right? They want to look at the charts. They want to plot out the support and resistant levels. They want to learn all of those types of things. They want to learn the indicators. They want to learn the volume. They want to learn all about price action. They want to learn all those types of things. All the information that the candlesticks give you within the trade. They want to learn those things, and some people are going to get really good at that. So what winds up happening is that community of traders are going to have a rating. So if you want to attach your trades to somebody that has a high percentage of winning trades, you can do so with a built-in copier trading system that's built in to this click trader, if you will. So you're going to be able to view the traders, and then you can attach your trades to copy those trades of the successful traders in the community, which is really, really powerful. Community features, add a friend by email, live chat with friends, profile statistics, etc., etc. Everything else is the same. It's supported on all of the exchanges. I know Bittrex, Poloniex, and HitBTC are already supported. However, there are other exchanges that are going to be brought into the fold as things progress here. So super excited. So those are the differences between what we've had in the past and what we have now. Let me just make a quick pause here for just a quick second. Okay, and so lastly, folks, with the Futures Mentorship Program, which is a $3,500 product, has a $1,000 direct sale bonus, and this question has come up many times, so I want to answer it right now. Everything that I just told you about the trader, which is on the crypto side, we are going to be adding to the bundle package within the $3,500 during this Leaders Launch promotional time period. This is not going to be a forever thing, but between now and the Leaders Launch, this is also going to be a bundle pack that will include the trader that I just described to you in detail. So that's going to be paying out a $1,000 bonus. And I think, folks, that we're going to be able to go around the world very, very quickly with these products. Now, what does this include? Well, this future mentorship program, and this actually should say now, this is an old slide of it, and it's my mistake. It should just say trading mentorship program at the top. And I believe that that's the slide that you saw on Monday. So please forgive me. That is not specific to futures anymore, because this product now includes Forex and futures within this mentorship program with everything that you see here, and also the crypto, technical analysis, and the trader itself is all one package that you can buy separate just to eTrader, and that's fine. But if you wanted to bundle it up and buy it within this particular package, then it's $3,500, and it pays out a $1,000 bonus and a $400 second tier bonus. So those are promotional pricing during this Leaders Launch. I'm repeating that 2 or 3 times. I'm recording it. This is all promotional pricing. So that is the update for tonight, folks. What should you be doing? Folks, I think that right now, speed is your friend. You want to get to as many people as possible, as quickly as possible. Share the excitement with them. Share all of these things that we shared on tonight's webinar. Just let them know that the card opens up on the 15th and we're ready to go. Now, what's really, really cool is that on the training of the e-commerce products, all of those products right now, including the Facebook advertising, is, with the exception of one of the products, which is a dropshipping product, which is currently being translated to Mandarin, all of the other products are in English, Spanish, and Mandarin. Portuguese is going to take a little bit longer to do, but we've already commissioned that out to get it done. But it's in the process of getting all 4 products in that space translated to Portuguese as well, with the exception of the dropshipping product. All of them are already in English, Spanish, and Mandarin. Now, how exciting is that? Do we have anybody that speaks Spanish on here? No Spanish speakers, except Carlos Alvarez. Oh yeah, there we go. We got Andres. I'm telling you, I mean, on our European team, with our VP Esther Padilla, I know that she's just doing some incredible things. Tomorrow we have a meeting with a top leader that she recruited this week that I'm going to be speaking to. I know exactly who it is. Someone that has gotten to the highest levels of our industry in a different company. And I mean, just the number of people that are going to come through that European group is going to be staggering. So folks, it's time to go to work. So thank you so much for being on this webinar presentation. And hopefully you're as excited as we are for everything that we've announced here tonight. And remember that the card opens up next week on the 15th. Thank you very much, and God bless.